chance to send the struggling Lakers to overtime against the Red Hot Warriors Saturday night, but missed the first of 3 free throws that would have tied the game up at the end of regulation. LeBron made the second and then intentionally missed the third one to try to get a last attempt, but he couldn't convert in the end. And the Lakers, they lost 117-115. So Shannon, how disappointed were you that LeBron missed the first free throw of the 3 he needed to force overtime? He missed it, didn't get it done.
I was disappointed in LeBron the entire game because it's very uncharacteristic of him, Skip. He had more shot attempts than points. He had 27 shot attempts. He had 26 points. That's very inefficient. He was 1 for 10 in the fourth quarter. The game shouldn't even come down to those free throw attempts. They were terrible shooting the free throws. They started the game, missed their first 4 free throw attempts. This is only the 7th time in 1,350 games that he's taken at least 25 shots and shot less than 33% from the floor. So he was very inefficient. I was very upset at Anthony Davis because this is back-to-back games, Skip. We've seen this bull jive. Now, when he first came off injury, Skip, we saw what he did. He was dominating, giving us 27, 29, 30 points, 12, 15, 17 rebounds. AD played 35 minutes, and you got 7 rebounds, the same number as Russell Westbrook, the same number as Horton Tucker. I don't know what's going on. We saw what he did in Portland. Yeah, LeBron knows he has to shoot the free throws better. I don't care what anybody says. There's no possible way you practice free throws and you shoot this bad. Again, 22 of 31 from the 22 of 33 from the free throw line. There was some horrible number against Portland. That's unacceptable. But, Skip, when you're a bad team, we can dress it up. Yeah, LeBron didn't play well. I tweeted LeBron that they lost the game. I tweeted this. The reason why they lost the game, their 2 best players' play was unacceptable tonight. Simple as that. But there are bad teams. Bad teams lose games like this. Good teams win games like this. I don't really know how else to explain it. Yes, I'm disappointed in LeBron's play the last 2 ball games. This isn't good enough. Anthony Davis' play hasn't been nowhere close to good enough. And he teased us again because we saw 4 or 5 games, Skip, and we're like, that's the Anthony Davis. Skip Bayless telling me that's the top 5 guy. That's the guy. That's the guy. And then he gives me 16 and 7 after giving us, 13 and 5, 14? No. But LeBron's got to make those free throws, but he shouldn't even come down to that. You can't go 1 for 10 in the fourth quarter and expect to beat a team. Even Golden State, you had them right there. Prime for the picking. They got unlucky. The ball carry him, goes right to Clay. He hits it. They airball a shot, comes right to Otto Porter Jr. He kicks it out to Clay. He bangs another 3. But this is unacceptable.
My turn. Here we went again. I have said for years and years on national television that LeBron James has one glaring flaw, a flaw that disqualifies him from any GOAT debate that you would like to thrust him into. He is the worst late-game superstar free throw shooter we have ever seen, to the point that he jacks up late-game threes because he runs from the free throw line because he does not trust himself at the free throw line late in games. And by far, since he's entered the league, he leads the entire NBA in late-game free throws missed in clutch or crunch time, however you want to call late and close situations. He's missed 16 of those. This one actually didn't count because that has to be a score of 2 points or less, but he's missed 16, which is 8 more than one J.R. Smith, who, of course, retired in 2020. So what happened at the end of this game? Unfortunately, a bad call on Steph, and LeBron is screaming about the call, and then he wakes up and thinks, oh, bleep. That means, wait, they actually gave me the call. I have to go stand there by myself. And it was his worst nightmare. He has to make 3 free throws to send the game to overtime. Right. It's a lot to ask of most anyone, but especially of LeBron, because by superstar standards, he's already a poor free throw shooter because he's low 70% free throw shooter. And now you have to make the first one. And if we could see the first one, Shannon, it was just a pathetic choke job. He wanted no part of this. He actually leans to the left and steps across the line as the ball's in the air and it LeBricks.
But that's his shot, though, Skip. He always leans.
But he doesn't lean to the left. He didn't shoot it with any conviction. It was like painful to watch, and he just kind of flicked it with his wrist. There was no real follow-through to it, and he missed it. Then, of course, now you're sunk because you can make the next one, no pressure, and then you got to just throw the third one up into the rafters and hope you get a break. And he actually got up some kind of last-ditch fall-down shot over.
But he stepped out of bounds. So.
Yeah, well, it was close. So my point is also your point. What was shocking to me was I thought the Lakers overall played a pretty good basketball game.
Mm-hmm.
They were in position. They were down one going to the fourth quarter. And look at the bench production in this game. They got 42 points out of their bench, and Golden State got only 20 out of its bench.
Mm-hmm.
And you got 5 of 9 from Malik, and Horton Tucker was 5 of 9, and Austin Reeves made all 5 of his shots.
Yes.
So that gave you a chance because Russ, for once, was on his best behavior in this game.
Yes.
Right? He had only 1 turnover, and he still gave you 19 points. And
he's the only starter in plus with a plus plus. It's a plus.
And he had a plus. So you're right there, and we get to the fourth quarter, and then LeBron happened, or should I say didn't happen, because it's hard to go 1 for 10 in the fourth quarter.
Yes.
Because it's got to be his worst quarter of his career. Because on top of it, he turns it over 3 times just in the fourth quarter.
Right.
He had 4 for the game, but 3 in the fourth quarter.
They only had 8.
That's what I'm saying, which is that's winning basketball.
Yes.
Yeah, for them, I would agree. So could we please see 12 bad plays from LeBron in the fourth quarter? We're going to go 12 straight through because these are missed shots, 9 missed shots plus the 3 turnovers. And it starts with they're just down 1 at this point. Missed that one. And then here we go again. This is a little running jump shot that's short. And then we've got a 3-point attempt, bricked. And then here's the first turnover. Whoops. That was almost Westbrookian. And then this actually just got blocked. He had no chance on that one. And then we got another turnover. Whoops. That was Westbrookian. Then we've got a blocked shot at the rim, which became a missed layup. And we got another, whoops. Here we go again. Yep. And then this is the 3. This is, a little long. He did make a basket at 5:34 left. He made a layup. There's a short missed tip shot.
We just couldn't. But Skip, remember he missed the bunny. He missed the bunny late in the ball game too. This right here. This one right here.
Yep, missed that.
That'd have made it a 1-point game.
That would have made it a 1-point game. That is correct. And that was it. The point is, he had a terrible quarter.
Yes.
You still had a chance. And I truly felt for him because Steph means to foul him
earlier
before the shot. Mm-hmm. And I thought I thought he fouled him before the shot, and LeBron kind of carried on through the shot and got the favorable call that's an oblique call because, wait a second, now you got to go stand there and make 3 free throws?
Yeah.
By his standards, not going to happen.
He's a 75% free throw shooter
this year, but for his career, he's what, 72?
72%.
Yeah.
So he's gonna miss the likelihood he's gonna miss one. But here's the thing, Skip. With about 3.5, 4 minutes in the ball game, they took Kevon Looney out. Mm-hmm. So now their biggest guy, Otto Porter, is your biggest guy on the court. In AD, I tweeted, they got no bigs in the game. AD time to eat.
I'll give you that.
Skip, what the hell? You can't. He tried to post up Klay Thompson and couldn't post up Klay. Mm-hmm. You got Andrew Wiggins. You got Otto Porter.
So AD didn't play poorly. He just didn't do enough. When you got the advantage, he's 16 and only 7 rebounds.
Yeah, what is that?
And he missed 4 more free throws, which he didn't used to miss. He was more of an 80% free throw shooter, and now he's 6 of 10.
Skip, you talking about he didn't play bad. Skip, he's 5 of 13.
Yeah, but I'm saying
he had 7 rebounds.
He played none. You know, like it's too quiet where your RPM is low.
Skip, remember the game that he had against Joel Embiid?
Yep.
So now Kevon Looney is better than Joel Embiid. He gave Joel Embiid the business. It's almost like, okay, this guy can embarrass me. I got to make sure I don't get embarrassed. Now he takes his foot off the gas against Nurkic. Yep. Nurkic deals him. Yep. He takes his foot off the gas against Looney. Looney deals him.
He did.
But if he goes against somebody that he thinks, now all of a sudden he gears up.
Yep.
Come on, bruh.
So on a night that Steph Curry once again goes 1 of 8 from 3, he is plummeting. He is by far a
He might be
career
shooting
worst.
he might be shooting worse than Bron from the 3.
Well, he's getting close. What is Bron now?
Bron might be
think
like
he's-
34%.
Well, I think Steph's fallen to 37, which is by far his
yeah.
career low. And yet, Clay turned back into Clay right on time because in the fourth quarter he makes 6 of 10, but he made 3 of 4 three-point shots,
Yeah.
and that did you in.
That did us in.
Yep.
And Skip, I mean, they got a deflection. The Lakers.